Hello everyone, this is Big Owski. Well, we are in day 7 part 2 of our Ninja Gaiden 3 Ultimate Ninja series here. I've made this in 3 parts like I said a little earlier. I'm just going from ship to ship. But here, once you kill the guy, bring out the scythe, or, again, you can choose whatever weapon you want, but I use the scythe to chain the steel on bone a lot, but I want to go take care of that rocket launcher guy first, and then after that, just chain the steel on bone. Again, nothing new here. Now I find that if you don't kill the rocket launcher guy, you can kill those first few guys, but it would take them the other set of guys a little while to get up front. So by killing the rocket launcher guy first, you can, make sure you get a good steel on bone chain. Now, what irritated me is I tried to OT that guy, and I ended up killing the, the turret, which made me not be able to get any more OTs on the other guys back there. But, I wasn't going to restart it for that. And hey, what do you know? The slide into the guy to start the steel and bone chain work, it does work for me from time to time, so it's I was pretty excited that that happened. My great starting off move there, but again, I'd just rather pick these guys off with the dragon sword. And I tried a couple times to do what I did in day 6 with these guys, but because it's such an enclosed space, and I could hit the wall and bounce off the wall, because it's hard for me to run in a straight line, I just decided to use the scythe and go with the 360 move a lot. And remember, they always seem to drop, their little grenade, as you're killing them. So sometimes you can get a good, chain going, and sometimes you can't. I managed to get it, to work a little bit here when I was far away from that other chain. So that really made this fight a lot easier. And again, the more you OT those guys and steel and bone them, the faster you're going to get your UT built up. Now, I was going to try to OT a couple guys, but after the previous luck I had with, my UT going off, I decided to just change to my dragon sword. And, I'm always trying to squeeze out another OT. But, change to my dragon sword to get my UT on that. Now, when you do this fight right here, you want to stay, in the middle of the ship towards the front of it again, to stay away from those, those turrets there at the back. Because they can really chip at your health. So I just kind of lure them as much as I can closer to the front before I start to fight them. I'm kind of happy that I missed and knocked them out, because one of those guys, were coming for me. And like I said, they like to jump on you, during your swing. But I still have to be mindful of those guys. And then, I heard him coming, and I just said, let me just go ahead and nimpo. I built it up, and I have a chance to build it up again if I want to. But notice I used my Nimpo before I used my UT, and now, that's, building up my Nimpo meter a little bit. See, and this damage right here, that's what happens when you don't land your own landing. Let's see, I missed this guy. Yeah, right there. You know, I swung like 3 times and completely missed him. And I was just waiting for, you know, him to come grab me. But again, you know, build up the UT and make sure you use it. See, you know, I do, you know, occasionally get the OT to work. You know, that's the reason I'm always pressing it, just in case I get it. But, you know, on that, just, you know, again, stay middle, close, you know, take out the archer guys. And then, you know, work on the other guys. You know, I really wasn't happy with that, but it did take care of the guys. I probably should have switched over, but I really took a chance there that I didn't need to take. But, you know, it's good to know that, you know, sometimes things work out like you don't want them to. You know, I really wish I could get the running XXX move, you know, to work consistently for me, you know, and Azuna drop those guys. But, you know, it's just something that I'm just not, you know, good at, and I'm just gonna stick with what I know. But see, there's 4 of these guys, and see, you know, I went to go, oh, it's just irritating how he went to the other guy. So I see that things could, you know, start going bad here. So, you know, what I had talked about, I believe in day 6, was to, you know, chain your 360, and then here's what happens when you miss again your chain. But my Nimpo meter was close to being built up, so let me just chain the 360Y until I can get my Nimpo built up. You know, why take a chance of, you know, really, you know, messing up when you can, you know, just do a few 360s, get your Nimpo up and use it to kill these guys. Again, I missed out on some OT points, but, you know, the peace of mind was worth it. So again, more invisible guys here. You can, you know, like, stay a little aggressive with them. I mean, your scythe is stronger now, and you know, it'll do a little bit more damage to them. So, you know, once you see them, you can, you know, be a little bit aggressive with them. Just be careful of the bombs. And I think I'm gonna get nailed, you know, right there. You know, it's just something that's gonna happen. You're almost playing, you know, rolling the dice with, you know, when it's going to kill you or damage you, you know, versus when it's not, you're going to be able to chain it. And, you know, the good thing about, again, some of these fights, like I brought up before, you know, if I'd messed up, it's not like I had to start over, you know, at a very far away. I started over right here again. So just being able to grind your way through these fights, I mean, I've said it a lot, but, you know, that's the mindset you can get into, you know, grind your way through a few fights, you know, to get to a save. Then, and that's why it's important to land that on landing. You know, he dropped that on landing 360. But, you know, grind it out a little bit, and, you know, anybody could do this, you know, once they get, you know, some certain moves down. Now I decided to try something a little bit different here. Instead of fighting these guys all the way up, I decided to, you know, bring them back in here because the fuel flying guys, you know, the fire guys or whatever you want to call them, you know, they'll come and land on you and burn you, and you know, sometimes it's hard to see, you know, exactly where they are. So I decided to just come in here and you know, play it safe. But I think I missed out on a few of the enemies by doing that, because I seem to remember, you know, a lot more of the, you know, the guys, you know, landing on me and shooting fire at me and everything like that. So, you know, maybe by doing that, it knocked away a few of the enemies. Again, I'm not sure, but that's what it seemed like. And this was really a bad UT right there. I mean, it was really wasted. I should have, you know, paid attention to my surroundings a little bit better, you know, to see if there was more enemies out there. I mean, I know I talk about this is just one way of getting through it, or, you know, an easy way, or I shouldn't say easy way. I've learned my lesson on saying easy sometimes. But, you know, to get through it, you know, learning, you know, doing certain things and knowing certain moves and all that stuff. But I still, you know, try to play for some points when I can. It's just something I can't help, you know, so I hate if I missed a few points here and there when I should be able to get them. Now here, through the rest of the chapter, I'm going to be done commentating. There's really nothing to commentate about here. I probably should have, you know, really skipped all of this stuff and, you know, recorded the spider tank and the other boss fight, you know, at the end part of day 2, but you know, this is kind of a big part of it, as boring as it is, but this probably is the easiest part, you know, from save to save, you know, in the game. So, again, if I take damage here, big deal. You know, the save's going to be, you know, close by. But anyway, that's it. I recommend y'all stop watching now, because the rest of it is totally boring. About as boring as me to play it, you know, for y'all to watch it. But anyway, you know, that makes this complete. That's it for, you know, day 7 part 2, and we will see you in day 7 part 3. Thanks a lot.
SSM launch detected. What's a trajectory? The target is that ship! Hayabusa! I read you. I can't believe they sacrificed their own ship. They're desperate. I want to press the attack, but... Hayabusa, we can't wait much longer. Get the hell out of there. They're still putting up a fight. Get out of there.